Hey everyone, welcome back to Rainbow Tarot UK. A big thanks to anyone who's a returning viewer, and if you're new, obviously welcome to. If you've recently subscribed as well, a really big thank you. I really appreciate that. And if you've liked, shared and subscribed, that is brilliant too. So anyway, we're just going to get straight to today's reading, and today we're looking at your person of interest, your person of love interest. How do they see you, and how would they describe you? They were chatting to their best friend, or just their thoughts. How do they see you? What is their view of you? So we've got 3 piles as usual. We've got pile number 1, which is this beautiful card that says, I think it says Butterfly Garden, and this lovely little Diamante clustering. If only that was, they were real diamonds. But unfortunately they're not pile number 1. But anyway, that's your pile, is first pile. Then we've got the second pile, which is, I think it says Elixir of Life, with this beautiful little rose quartz, and again little Diamante ring. And then we've got the third pile, which is another little card that says My Dear Friend, with this little kind of little blue and silver number. Okay, so take a moment, pick the card or the pile that is calling to you. I've already pre-shuffled the cards, as I've said in lots of videos before. I meditate on my cards, I meditate on the question. Whatever cards pop out, I put in the pile. Whatever cards I feel drawn to, I put in the pile, or if I finish shuffling, then I'll take it off the top. That is how I shuffle my cards. But anyway, so take time, take a moment to pick the card or the pile that is calling to you, and that's probably got the messages that you need. So, see you in your reading. Bye for now. Hi pile number 1, and welcome back to your reading. So you chose this ring, this quite sort of large sparkly ring. I'm just going to put that there, and you also chose the card that said Butterfly Garden. Okay, so today, obviously, just to remind you, we are looking at, how does your person see you? How might they describe you if they were describing you, for example, to their best friend? Now, these readings are geared towards your romantic love interest, as opposed to platonic. So, just to bear that in mind before we begin. They're also general readings, so, whatever doesn't resonate with you, just, you don't have to accept. Maybe it's not the pile for you. Sometimes we can be drawn to more than one pile, so maybe another pile has the messages that you are looking for, or that you that resonate more with you. And also, just lastly, if you feel like you want to subscribe, particularly if you enjoy the reading, then please do. It will just make a big difference to me being able to do more readings like this. But anyway, let's get straight to reading. Let's put out the cards and see what we have. I think the first thing that springs to mind, just with the ring and you picking the pile with that ring, is I think that they would say, or they see you as somebody who is original. So somebody who's quite original, maybe not conventional. Somebody who maybe stands out a little bit, because this ring, to me, when this is one of my rings, but this is this is a big ring, isn't it, really? So for me, that kind of stands, that makes me feel that they see you as somebody who stands out. And I'm not suggesting that's me. I'm just saying that that's how they would see you, that you stand out, that you are maybe quite original, maybe unconventional in some way. Also somebody who, again, just from this Butterfly Garden, I think they see you as somebody who is possibly quite spiritual or quite psychic, because we have this purple butterfly, don't we, right on this girl's head, which is where her crown chakra is, and the purple flower. And it just makes me think of the crown chakra somehow being opened in some way, So maybe they see you, as quite spiritual, quite psychic, maybe a bit of a healer in some way. Somebody also is quite creative and quite dreamy, because this girl looks quite creative, quite dreamy, doesn't she? She's kind of looking upwards again, looking up to the sky. And also, yeah, okay, let's leave it at that for now. What else have we got? Oh, the black egg. And we've got this crystal, which is actually called, I think it's called Sugar Light. And it has, as its words, okay, so it has originality, forgiveness and unconditional love. And again, what I'm noticing with all these three is that there's a lot of purple in all these three cards. So it's similar to what I was saying before. I just think they see you as maybe you are a bit of a healer, pile number one, or very spiritual in some way, or you have a spiritual side of you which they see quite clearly and quite strongly, and maybe they are too. But the black egg is a card that talks about somebody being able to speak truthfully and authentically. So yeah, I also feel that they see you as somebody who's very honest, very authentic in a way, somebody who doesn't try to be something that they're not. Someone who's honest, speaks their truth, lives a truthful life, lives an authentic life, and maybe somebody who is spiritual, and that spirituality also is something that is really important to them, and it's important that they are allowed to express it and to be authentic about that. They don't want to kind of hide that in any way. That's a big part of who they are, and also it's a big part of what this person likes about you. I think that you have got that. Yeah, I'm just feeling that you might be a bit of a helic, or a bit of a healer, or a bit of a psychic in some way, and maybe somebody who's very creative. So a creative person, so maybe you're creative in your career, or creative in hobbies, or just creative generally, somebody who likes to, maybe somebody who likes to tread a slightly unconventional life in some way. Okay, so let's have a look at your tarot. I think this image is of somebody who's very attractive. So I do feel they see you as very attractive to them. And I think a lot of that is obviously how you look, but I think a lot of that is also just about how you how you conduct yourself, what you say. I think they find you very interesting, the things that you say, the ideas that you have. I think you have a lot of ideas that they really that maybe are a little bit way out there, but they really like that. They find that very attractive. They may be seeing you go through a little bit of a transformation at the moment, or a transformative process, because butterflies often indicate transformation and change. So perhaps you're going through some sort of change or transformation. They can see it happening. Maybe you're beginning to speak more of your truth, beginning to move more into your authenticity, and who you truly are, maybe, and they can see that, and they find that really, they like that. They like to be able to see you go through that, and they like that aspect of you. But anyway, let's have a look at your tarot cards. Now I do have, because this is around how does your romantic person, or the person on your mind, see you. I do have a love message here, but I'm not going to say that until the end, so stick around for that. But anyway, let's see what your tarot cards say. So the first one is the Two of Pentacles. Okay. Second one is Nine of Swords. Alright. Third one is Nine of Cups. Right. Then we have the Hermit. Okay. Then we have Page of Cups. Then we have the Knight of Cups. And then also I took the card that was at the bottom of the deck, which also gives me a sense of the kind of general overall feeling of how they view you, of how they see you, and that card is the Moon. Okay, so let me just look at these cards, because we have a few sort of contrasts here. It's quite interesting actually. Now, I'm just going to talk about the Moon first. So this is the sort of overall card that sort of like is the general, you know, it might go more with the oracle cards, the sort of general way in which they see you. Now, I think they see you, again, it was what I was saying before, I do think they feel that you might be a bit of a mystery to them actually, a little bit of a puzzle, because the Moon can talk about, I mean, the Moon, often, you know, in the moonlight, we don't see everything in the moonlight, don't we? The Moon comes out at night. So it feels to me that there's an aspect for them, there's an aspect of you that is maybe hidden, that is maybe secret, that they find a mystery that they can't quite understand. So maybe there's something about you that they find very puzzling, very enigmatic, and that makes you quite alluring. And the Moon also indicates sort of psychic ability or psychic awareness. So maybe again they kind of intuitively sense. Maybe they're quite psychic too, so you have this kind of like psychic link or psychic connection in some way. It may be that they also, in some ways, because we also have the Nine of Swords right next to the Nine of Cups, so maybe sometimes they don't quite know how to take you, because I think maybe sometimes you are a person that can possibly have extremes in terms of whether you're up, whether you're down, or how you feel. So when you're really, really happy, you feel really, really happy, and when you're really, really upset or sad about something, then your mood can go quite, can show that. And maybe maybe there's what they see is that they're not quite sure. It makes you puzzling because they're not quite sure about how you will be with them. Also, because we have the Hermit card here, this also tells me that you are something, that they see you as somebody, again, it kind of goes with the Moon card, somebody who is quite mysterious, who is maybe, can be at times, be quite introverted or go into themselves, but you're always a bit of a truth seeker, because the Hermit is a truth seeker, and so they really see you as somebody who's always seeking answers, always looking for truth, always looking for the best way to live your life, the most authentic way to live your life. Somebody who's not afraid to kind of go their own way, really, that doesn't follow. And I'm getting this strongly with you. They know that you don't follow convention, so they don't see you as a conventional person. They see you as somebody who is original, somebody who's not now. And maybe that's why we have the butterfly. Beginning to be that person that is not now frightened of or worried, where they may have been like that in the past, to show their originality, to let people see their originality, to let people see their special gifts and talents that they have. Because I do feel with you, pile number one, that you do have actually a lot of gifts and talents that may have had to be hidden in the past, or maybe particularly if people are, where people have sort of psychic gifts, sometimes our culture isn't always kind in that respect, and sometimes people feel that they need to keep that aspect of themselves hidden or under wraps. But I feel that they really appreciate that side of you, and they can see that maybe you're beginning to really just blossom with that, and to show the world that, and that you want to show the world that now, and you're happy to do that, and you want to be able to be authentic and to be yourself and to speak your truth. Because I think sometimes they've kind of seen that you might have had worries and stresses and difficulties in your life. Maybe you still do have those, and they can see that upsets you, that that kind of brings you out of balance. I think that's what I was saying here when we have these two cards right next to each other, that sometimes they can see that things haven't always been in balance for you, and that has affected your feelings and emotions. Maybe you've been up, maybe you've been down, as I said before, and that they see that that has, you know, that is a big part of you, but that is something that they find, yeah, they find that very attractive about you in a way. They find that very alluring. They still, you know, you might have known this person or been with this person if it's your love interest, or you know, you might have known them for a long time, but they maybe feel that there's still surprises to you. There's still hidden depths with the moon. You know, there's still hidden depths to you that they don't fully understand. You're still, you know, you're still kind of like a bit of a puzzle to them. But they also feel that you are very, very, very creative. This is really coming through quite strongly in your reading. I think you are a very creative individual. You're very romantic. You have a very soft nature, and I think that's why sometimes I would say maybe in some respects, you know, you might wear your heart on your sleeve a little bit, in the sense that you are easily, you know, you are easily affected or absorb maybe the emotions of others, and they see that in you, and because you're very sensitive. I think you're very, very sensitive. You like a little sponge, really. You sponge and soak up everybody else's emotions, and that sometimes that can, you know, that can maybe affect you or have an impact on you. But yeah, you're sort of like, you may be a little bit of an empath here, somebody who really does feel what's going on, not only in themselves but with other people. And to your person, that means you're a very loving, sensitive, caring person. That's why I said before, maybe, you know, you are a little bit of a healer in some way, or you have a healing presence for other people and also for your person, and they love that about you. They love the fact that you are this, you know, this person that wants to help people, that wants to bring out the best in people. Also maybe somebody, again, like I said, who is, maybe you're an artist, maybe you're a singer, maybe you're a poet, maybe you're a writer, maybe you're an actor or an actress, maybe you know, maybe you actually, with this butterfly garden, you know, maybe you're a florist, maybe you work with plants or with, you know, outside in some way. But I definitely feel that, you know, you are an extremely creative person, and they really see that about you. But they also see you in a very romantic way, because these two cards are really talking about romance, love and romance. So I think this person definitely views you in a romantic way. They see you as somebody that they would really like, if you're not already in a relationship with them, they would certainly like to come towards you romantically, and they see you as very much a love interest for them, without a doubt. But you are, I mean, you know, they are puzzled by you. They do find you, like I said, enigmatic. They're not sure always. Maybe you're the sort of person that, you know, sometimes you give them a lot of interest, or sometimes you give them a lot of attention, and then sometimes you withdraw with the Hermit card. So that's maybe sometimes why they don't know exactly where they stand with you. Even if you're in a relationship with them, they're not always, you know, they feel like sometimes they're on their toes a lot of the time, because they're not quite sure how you see them, and also how, you know, how you're gonna, you know, how you're gonna be, really. They find that, so they find that, you know, you're always a bit of a mystery to them. And again, with this Two of Pentacles, you know, if this is somebody who you're not actually in a relationship with, or even if you are in a relationship with them, you know, this Two of Pentacles, you know, again, it shows this, you know, I'm not sure that your person, if they were talking to their best friend about you, would say, well, you know, I'm still not sure how pile number one sees me, or how pile number one feels about me, because sometimes they're like this and sometimes they're like that. So maybe they feel, you know, that although you are a very authentic person in your life generally, that sometimes there's an element of them feeling like they're not sure. So maybe they feel like they're picking up mixed messages from you. And I mean, you're probably not meaning to do that, but they maybe are feeling, well, you know, just with this moon card as well, you know, they feel a little bit confused sometimes, or they don't feel like they're fully in the picture about where you are, where you're at, what you're thinking, what you're feeling, you know, what's going on for you. It feels like they're shut out from that. I mean, maybe this situation is a situation that needs to be secret. So maybe it's a secret, you know, some sort of crush situation, or some sort of situation where you are a secret in their life in some way. You know, you are not revealed in their life in some way. So maybe it's a sort of a third party situation, and you're that third party. And again, there's no judgment in any of my readings with anything like that. So maybe you have to be a secret. You are their secret. You are their you are their somebody that they feel a lot for, but for, you know, you are not out in the open, if you know what I mean, because you've got this moon card. So, and maybe that's, you know, maybe this causes some stress and some strain, because, you know, the relationship has to remain a secret. I mean, this might not be for everyone, this just might be for some of you. But it just feels to me that sometimes they see you as somebody who's possibly somebody who is both up and down in mood sometimes, and that means that they're not always sure about how you are going to be with them. They're not confident maybe in themselves about what your feelings are towards them. They maybe see you as quite sort of changeable, because the moon is, you know, governs the tides, and the tides come out and then they go back again, and then they come out and then they go back again. So the moon is always, you know, the tides are always changing, aren't they? So there's something about that, I think, in how they see you. But they definitely have, you know, romantic feelings towards you. They definitely have, you know, there is a sense of in-loveness in this pile, but maybe in some ways, you know, they are seeing this situation where they would like the truth to emerge. So if it is a secret situation, maybe they're thinking that they would like the truth to emerge, or maybe they see you as somebody who wants the truth to emerge, wants the situation to become more authentic in some way, wants it for the truth to be revealed, wants it to transform in some way with this butterfly. Want you, you know, that they see you as somebody who wants things to be more open, out in the open in some way. But if it's a you know, as this is a kind of romantic partner, I do definitely feel that there is, you know, romance, there is attraction, there is love in this situation, for sure. But anyway, that has been your reading, pile number 1. That is how your person sees you. But let's have a look and see what the love message is from them to you. What are they saying? Okay. Passion. It says, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So, you know, they see you, or they feel a lot of passion for you. They feel a lot of passion in this situation. So maybe this is a very passionate connection. A sort of like, you know, because it also has this kind of angel, this person with this kind of angel wings. I feel there's a lot of magnetic. There's a magnetic pull maybe in this, particularly with the moon. So I think there's a lot of magnetism. I think you are magnetically drawn to this person, and they are to you. And there's a lot of physical passion, but also a lot of romance and a lot of love. So I think they see you as somebody that they are passionately and magnetically drawn to. That you know, that is coming through quite strongly. But anyway, pile number 1, that has been a reading. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please do press the subscribe button. Otherwise, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hey pile number 2, and welcome back to your reading. So so today we are looking at, aren't we, how does your person of interest see you? If they had to describe you, how would they describe you? If they were describing you to their best friend, what would they say about you? How do they actually see you? So you chose this rose quartz ring. Just going to put that there. And you also chose this card that says Elixir of Life. And I just love that card actually, because it's just so, it's got a lot of red in it, hasn't it? So I just feel like there's a lot of life. Elixir of Life. So somehow maybe they see you as just got a lot of energy and a lot of a lot of get up and go. Maybe you give them that kind of energy, that get up and go, but you're, it seems to me that maybe you are, that maybe you're someone that they really love to be around. Maybe you give them that, because this person is sniffing this rose, she's really intoxicated by this rose. So maybe they see you as someone that just really uplifts them and gives them a lot of a really good feeling. I get the sense that if they described you, they'd say, she's just so, or not she, but this person just gives me such a great feeling. Yes, they really boost my mood, they boost my energy levels, they make me feel great, they are somebody that I really want to be around. That's kind of what I'm picking up with this. Yeah, okay, maybe there's probably a lot of passion. It feels like there's a lot of passion in this one as well. But anyway, you also got the hematite. Is it hematite? Yeah, hematite. Which says magnetic pull, focus, grounding. Okay, so this has got a strong magnetic pull to it. So I'm just getting a sense that maybe if they were describing you or how they see you as somebody that really pulls them in, that you have a magnetic sort of quality to you, that they find difficult to resist. That's kind of what I'm feeling. And they're also, because hematite absorbs any kind of negativity, and I just feel that with you, I think they see you as a very positive, like I say, a very positive person with a lot of magnetism, a lot of charisma. I think they think you're very charismatic. Yeah. Okay. You've got a lot of get up and go. I just feel like they would see you as somebody who's got a lot of get up and go. Okay, so there you go. So you've got the beaver. Now the beaver is they see you as somebody who is, really maybe you're very family orientated. You are very hardworking. You are somebody that goes the distance in whatever you put your mind to. You just are really, really somebody that people can rely on. So I think they see you as very reliable. Also, the beaver is somebody that's very versatile because they live on land and on water. So I think they see you as somebody who's very versatile. And in these, there's a lot of red, orange, and yellow here. So it just makes me feel that they see you as somebody who's quite grounded. Very grounded, very much a doer. I think they see you as somebody who's very much a doer. But this one, this image is beautiful, isn't it? There is a beauty here. So I think because of all this red as well, I think they see you as very physically. I think they're very drawn to you. Like I said, there's quite a lot of passion. There might be a lot of sexual energy between the two of you, or they may feel very physically very sort of how can I put this, physically very aroused by you, because you've got all this red, and red denotes an orange as well, which is around the second chakra is orange, and that's all about sexual energy and stuff. So it just feels to me that there is a lot of passion in this They see you in a very passionate way, they see you in a very sexual way, but because it's got like a red rose here, it seems like a red open rose, there's also love here. But they definitely see you as somebody who is maybe somebody, if you're not already in a relationship with them, or if you are in a relationship with them, you know, somebody that you would be a great person to have a family with, or to build something long term with, because the beaver energy is somebody who knows how to put the work in, knows how to commit until the job has been done. So they're very, and also they're very work orientated, so maybe they see you as somebody very focused on their work, very interested in their work, very you know, very career orientated, very much a team player. I think they would say that you're very much a team player. You know, you are very much a group person. You know, you like to be in a group setup, you like to be in a group situation. Yeah, so you're a people person. I think that's probably what they'd say. You're definitely a people person, and somebody that, you know, people like to be around, because you probably are very positive, you probably are very upbeat, you probably can absorb any negativity, any difficulties, you know, within easily. You're quite, I mean, the beaver is quite happy-go-lucky, it has kind of happy-go-lucky energy to it, so I'm getting that sense that that's how they see you, as a very positive, upbeat personality, but as somebody that's also very attracted to them and that they find very appealing as a sort of romantic partner or love interest, you know, whatever they happen to be for you. Now, I've got some tarot cards here, but I've also got a love message, and I'm going to tell you that at the end, so you know, hopefully you'll stay till the end of the reading to hear that. But anyway, let's see what the tarot cards say. Oh, so we've got the Magician, okay, the Chariot, yeah. What else have we got? Oh, the Eight of Cups, okay. Knight of Cups. The Sun. Okay, so we've got the Hangman in reverse. And then I took the card that was at the bottom of the deck, which is kind of the general way in which they see it. It probably goes more with these cards, actually, or cards, so I'm going to put it there. And that is the King of Wands. So that is the King of Wands. Okay, so, yeah. So I definitely see, or definitely feel that they see you as somebody who has got an enormous amount of energy, pile number 2. I mean, I just think they see you as somebody who's a real go-getter with this, and the Magician, you know, somebody who can really you know, you've got I mean, they know that you've got real abilities to manifest. You know, they see that you are somebody that's got a lot of resources, a lot of skills, a lot of abilities, or even if you don't have the resources, you have got some kind of way of making things happen for you. And they really see that. They really recognise and admire the fact that you might even be an entrepreneur, or somebody that is because we've got the King of Wands here, I just feel like you're not, you know, you are an entrepreneur, but I feel like you are maybe somebody who has the ability to lead as well. So maybe if you do have a company, maybe you lead people, or maybe you're in a situation where you lead people, or certainly they see the potential in you to be able to do that, because they feel you've got just such an enormous amount of energy, sorry, that's the wrong place, enormous amount of energy, and abilities. You know, they see you as a very skilled individual. And also this Chariot, you know, you are very focused. I think they see you as somebody who's very focused in going towards their goals. You might actually be at the moment be in pursuit of something that you are working towards. So maybe they see you working towards a dream, they see you working towards something that you really want, and they are just you know, gobsmacked at how tirelessly and how focused you are, how you work, how driven. I think they see you as a very driven individual, certainly. And it may be yeah, I mean, it may be that they also see you as someone as well who is, with the Knight of Cups, you know, you're not, I mean, you are, I do feel you are quite earthy in your nature, but we do have other You know, we've got fire here, and we've also got, you know, water with the beaver as well. So I do feel, but I've got a strong sense with you, because we've got a lot of reds, yellows, oranges, that you're pretty grounded, and they see you as being pretty grounded, but they also see you as very much a romantic interest for them. So there is this passion for you, but there's also this sense of romance. I think they do see you with the Knight of Cups as somebody that they would like to come towards. Now, maybe this is somebody, because we've got the Eight of Cups and we've got the Knight of Cups, maybe this is somebody, or you're thinking of somebody, you're asking, you know, how does an ex see you, or how does somebody where the relationship, you may be in separation from, maybe there's something around that for some of you, because we have the Eight of Cups here. So maybe this, the person that you're asking about, is somebody that you maybe are not in, you know, maybe you walked away from the situation, or maybe the situation split up in some way, because the Eight of Cups is about walking away from a situation, you know, moving away from it. So maybe this is somebody that you're asking about, you know, how do they see you? And I think they see you as, if that is the case for some of you, I do feel that they see you as somebody that they would like to, because it's right next to the Knight of Cups, it's certainly somebody that they would like to return, they see you as somebody that they would like to return to romantically. But also I think you could sort of interpret those two cards as them seeing you as somebody who is not afraid, or would not be afraid to walk away from something if it is not meeting their needs, if it's not valuing them, if it's not seeing, you know, giving them what they feel they deserve in a romantic situation or in a relationship. They wouldn't have any hesitation in walking away and finding something that can, you know, walking away and finding something that can give them what they want, because you've got such drive, such focus, such energy, such determination. I mean, I think that spreads over into your love life. You're not going to put up with anything that does not value you, or that is not treating you with respect, or is not giving you what you deserve. I mean, I just think they know this about you as well, because they see you as being somebody who is, you know, not gonna even entertain that, really. But if it is somebody that you've walked away from and you're wondering how they see you, I mean, they see you've got all these magnificent qualities, they definitely still fancy you, and they still would like to move towards you again in a romantic way. It might be somebody that you've got children with, or you've got a child with, because we've got this Sun card, and this depiction of the Sun card is this, you know, this little child on a horse. So maybe there are children involved in this situation. If you're thinking, you know, of how this ex or this person that you've been in a relationship is seeing you, what they would say. But again, the Sun is, you know, happiness. It is, they see you as somebody who is happy, who is a happy, you know, person who wants, you know, who's positive, who wants positive things in their life, who has a positive personality, who brings positivity, you know, wherever they go, brings kind of sunshine wherever they go. I mean, with the King of Wands, this is somebody, I mean, the King of Wands is a go-getter. So, they, you know, and is also an entrepreneur, and a, you know, somebody who's just very charismatic. So I think they see you as very charismatic. But you've got a nice balance here, because you've got the Beaver card. So the Beaver card is kind of family orientated. So maybe family, with the Sun card here, family is really important to you. You know, family stability is really important to you, but you've got a lot of passion, you've got a lot of get up and go, you've got a lot of energy. You know, I always feel like with you, pile number 2, you know, you've got the energy to sort of start up anything. Whatever you turn your hand to, I feel that you could be successful at that. And I think this person sees that in you and would say that, you know, about you. Now, the Hanged Man in reverse, when we've got the Hanged Man and it's the right way up, which is that way, it usually talks about an inch of, you know, somebody going inward, assessing things, looking at things, evaluating things, maybe they're at a time in their life where they're not, where they need to reflect and be reflecting. Now, yours is the other way around, and I just get in this sense with all the other cards that you are someone, and they see this within you, that is just, you know, your action. There's a lot of action in you. Yes, you know, with the magician and whatever you do, you are reflective in the sense that you can, you know, work out what needs to be done to get things moving, work out what you might need, work out what, you know, what relationships you might need to build. You're reflective in that sense, but I don't think you spend too much time in that mode. I think you are very much a person that is out there. You're very, very confident. I think they see you as very, very confident, and you know, you have the confidence in your own abilities. And I just get the sense that there's a lot of speed with you, that you are just you might have a number of different projects going on all at once, and you're managing them all. So I do think that they see you as a very, very skilled and a very charismatic person, full of energy, full of life, full of happiness, full of the potential for happiness. You don't let things get you down too much. You put everything into whatever you're doing, so you have passion for whatever you're doing. You're driven and focused. You're very attractive. You're very, you know, they really fancy you, and there's this romantic side to you as well. So I just feel that, you know, and you don't take yourself too seriously. I think that's what I get from this pile, and that's what your person is. You don't take yourself too seriously. You don't take life. It's not that you're shallow, but you've got too much to do. There's just too much. Sorry, there's just too much for, and that makes me feel, you know, that speed. There's a lot of speed to you. You know, you're just too busy getting on with stuff to get too caught up in anything that's gonna detract you from all the things that you want to get done and you want to achieve. Fantastic, pile number 2. I mean, I love the energy of this reading. I think it's brilliant. I think they see you in a fantastic way, because you are fantastic. You've got you've got loads of fantastic qualities, and you're also probably really hot as well. But anyway, let's read what the message is. What is the love message for pile number 2? Let's read it. Flirt. Okay, that goes very well. Flirt. Extend your light-hearted energy to others. Now, what was I just saying? So, I'm not in any way trying to say that you are not reflective, pile number 2. You are, but you have just got a very lightness to you, and it means that you are magnetic for lots of people. You know, you've got a really lovely light quality to you, and lots of people love being around you for that. And maybe you've got a little bit of a flirty side, and maybe this is someone that actually likes you, or that still likes you, and they want to flirt with you, and they see you as a bit flirty. And maybe it's a crush situation, and this is how they view you. They see you as somebody, you know, that they really like, and that they like flirting with, and that they like, or I like the idea of flirting with, or like the idea of having a kind of flirty, fun situation. Anyway, pile number 2, that has been your reading. I do hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do press the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be alerted to whatever readings I'm doing in the future. And have a great day, and I'll see you in your next reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 3, and welcome back to your reading. So yeah, today we're doing, aren't we, how does your person of interest, your love person of interest, how do they see you? How would they describe you? If they were describing you to their best friend, what would they say? So you chose this little blue silver ring, plus you chose the card that says, my dear friend. So straight away, I'm getting the sense that you are somebody who is very dear to them, and that's how they would describe you, as somebody who is dear to them. But it's interesting, in this image we have I think she's sitting on a deer. Is it a big is it a deer? I think it is a deer, and so she's looking straight out, and this deer, which I suspect might be, so that might be you and that might be the other person, you're kind of looking in different directions. So I don't know if that has any bearing for some of you. So maybe it's a situation where if you are together, maybe there's a little bit of distance, or if you're not together, yeah, maybe there is some distance, and that's why there's, you know, you're not together. So it's a crush situation, or you haven't been able to reveal how you're feeling. So this person could be, for some of you, either one of those scenarios. But anyway, they are, what they would say is that you are very dear to them, and that you have, you know, that you are, they see you as a friend as well as somebody, as well as a romantic partner. They see you as a friend. Let me just move my glasses over there. Okay, so you also have, and just to say, you know, if you feel like you want to subscribe at any point during the reading, then please do. It would really mean that I would have more time to do readings like this one, particularly enjoy them. But anyway, we also have this crystal card called Blue Spinel, and the key words for that are persistence, fresh perspective, revival. Now that would, and it also has Gemini at the bottom, so I don't know if that astrological sign means anything for you, but that would kind of go, wouldn't it, with this kind of sense of maybe this person that you're wondering how they see you is somebody that you, where the romantic spark has either not yet ignited, or it can't ignite, or you are with them and you're sort of, it's kind of maybe gone a little bit stale in some way, and you're sort of wondering whether they still, you know, how they see you, whether they still like you. So this crystal it does bring about, it eases stress and anxiety and instills a renewed sense of resolution. It says you can make it to the end if you put your mind to it. So maybe it's something about reviving something, bringing a new focus, bringing attention to it again, putting more effort into it again. So maybe there's, the way they see you is somebody that they want to put more effort into again, that they want to revive again, or that they want to bring into life again. So maybe you're someone, that is how they would describe you. So maybe you are, even though these readings are around how you see someone, you know, how someone romantically sees you. Maybe at the moment you're in separation and you've remained friends, but you've had that romantic connection, and maybe it's around reviving that. And they see you as somebody that they want to revive a connection with. So maybe that's something, you know, something going on for some of you. But anyway, what else do we have? So we have the frog. So the frog, yeah, so that is also somebody. I think they also see you, because a frog lives on land and on water. So they also see you as somebody who is, I would say they see you as somebody who's very flexible, because you can exist in both those things. That it also shows, I detect this as water. And of course, water as well is very cleansing and reviving, isn't it? So I'm just wondering again, you know, this whole thing about revival, cleansing, renewing, bringing back to life. So maybe this is about, you know, you're wondering about an ex, or you're wondering how an ex sees you, or somebody you've had a connection with, and that maybe you've stayed on friendly terms with, and they are viewing you as someone that they would like to, that they do see you as someone that they would like to renew and reconcile and rejuvenate with, if you like. Okay, so let's have a look at your tarot. Now I've got some tarot cards here, but I've also got a love message, and I'm going to say that at the end. So make sure you hang around for that till the end of the reading. But that is there. I'm going to say what that is at the end of the reading. But anyway, let's have a look at the tarot and see what they say. So we have the Magician, okay, Six of Pentacles, Two of Wands, the Hanged Man, you can see, I hope you can see it. Oh, the Six of Cups, right, okay. The Devil, okay. And then I also took the card that was at the bottom of the pack for the sort of general feel of the energy of how they see you. I think I might put that with the actual oracle cards. And that is the Seven of Cups. Okay, so, yeah, I mean, I do, just from looking at the Six of Cups, I am wondering that for some of you this might be a relationship that you, a long-standing relationship that you're currently in, and or some sort of ex situation, or some situation where it's about someone that you maybe have known for, there's a bit of a history to it, because the Six of Cups, also Six of Cups can also denote a soulmate type connection or a soulmate feel, and actually you're the only par that's had that kind of card in their cards actually. So this feels like a very this person that you're asking about, you know, how they see you, it feels like there's a very strong link, an emotional tie, maybe a soulmate tie between the two of you. And there's a lot of, I feel like there's a lot of love. I think they would say there's a lot of love for you. They see you in a very loving, soft, caring way. You may share children with this person, you may share a family with this person. They may actually, if you don't, they may actually see the potential to do this with you. So it's an ex situation, and they may want to revive it and bring it back so that you can get more, you can have a more committed, a much more committed situation. And that is how they would view you, because the Six of Cups is a beautiful energy. It's just such a loving, caring, sort of homely energy. It's like setting up home with somebody, really. And I feel that is how they see you. They see you very much as a partner that they would want to do that with. Now, with the Seven of Cups, they see you. I think they see you as somebody who has a lot of options and choices. I think that's what they would say, because the Seven of Cups is about, you know, if you look at these cups, there's lots of different things in these cups. So maybe this is a situation where, you know, you're asking about somebody that you've split up from, or that you're not in a, possibly not in a relationship, or the relationship's on the rocks a little bit in some way, and they feel that you have lots of options and choices, or they feel that you are not, they maybe see you as someone who's maybe not completely focused on them right now in some way, which is why they want to revive it, why they want to bring new life into it, why they want to rejuvenate it. So maybe they feel, or they think that you've maybe, you know, you've got other choices and other options, and maybe you're looking elsewhere in some way, even though there's this very loving connection and this very soul connection that they feel. But we do have the Devil card, so maybe they feel like at the moment, or they see at the moment, that you might have some maybe some doubts and some reservations and some beliefs about the situation, whereby maybe you're feeling that the connection isn't quite right, or there's some problem with the connection, or there's something about the connection that isn't, or there's something in the connection which is not sort of sitting right with you in some way, or they're seeing you as somebody who is very tempting. So it might be that you're someone whom they have a very strong attraction to, a very physical, very passionate attraction to, and maybe for whatever reason, like I said, if you're an ex or if you're not together, you know, you're not available to them, but they feel very passionate. They see you in a very passionate way. You really lure them and are bringing them in, and they really desire you. They've got a very strong, almost like a bit of an addiction to you, and they see you in that way. But because we have the Two of Wands and we have the Hanged Man, maybe you're just not available to them, because these are two cards of waiting and in retreat, you know, somebody who's in retreat, somebody who's not available, somebody who's gone out of themselves. So maybe what they would say is that they see you as somebody who's very desirable, somebody who's very tempting for them, but you're not, you're not available to them. Or maybe they're feeling like you're keeping them waiting, or almost keeping them hanging in some way. So maybe there's, there's been this split, and maybe they've made a suggestion, or maybe they've come forward and said they want to get back together, but you're not sure, and you're just having this reading because you want to know how they see you, want to know where you stand. What I would say is that there is a lot of, with this Six of Cups, I feel that there is a lot of, there's a soul connection here. I think there's a soul connection here. I think they see you as a dear friend. I think there's they see you as someone who is extremely desirable. That's somebody that really does tempt them, but maybe is somebody who's not available to them, and that is frustrating. I think they're finding that, or they're finding that frustrating. They see you as somebody that they really want, and they're finding it frustrating in some way that maybe you're not available to them, or the situation for you and them is not available. So maybe for some of you, this person is not around, not available, is retreated in some way. Maybe there's that going on, and that's why it feels like a big temptation. So maybe they're you're a temptation to them, which they can't access in some way. So maybe there's that going on for some of you, but they definitely see you as somebody who is got it all, really, because you've got the Magician here, and the Magician card is somebody that just can manifest, can bring anything into being. So I think they see you as somebody who is very powerful, very creative, somebody who is got all the skills, talents and resources, literally, to do whatever they want. So I think they see you as somebody who is, a force to be reckoned with. Like I say, somebody who's got a lot of choices, who has got a lot of choices actually, who doesn't need to, sort of hang around for something that isn't, giving them what they want, really. And they know that. I think this person knows that. They see that you are very, also I think they see you as very creative, because the Seven of Cups can talk about dreams, it can talk about, so I think they see you as somebody who can manifest and bring into being, all your dreams. You are able to do that, you are capable of doing that. You have the ability to do that. You've, probably got a lot of different skills and talents. Maybe you're very artistic as well. So I do sense that they see you as somebody who's very creative, somebody who's able to do, has the ability really to do whatever they want. Maybe you work for yourself, maybe you have your own business, maybe you are somebody who's in charge of whatever it is that you do. They also see you as very thoughtful. I think they see you as very thoughtful, very reflective, somebody who is, somebody who can weigh things up. I think they know that you are somebody who can weigh things up, be reflective, make an informed choice, that you're not frightened of just saying, hold on, I'm just going to take a step back here, and I'm going to look at all the pros and cons of whatever this situation is. I'm going to weigh it all up. I'm going to work out what I need to do. And if I feel I need to, do something else, or change my course of action, or give something up, then I will do that in order to, make the right decision and get back on track for where I need to be, really. Because we've got this Devil card actually right underneath the Hanged Man. So this could be for some of you a situation where you are in separation, and maybe you're in separation from this person or this situation because it wasn't a great situation, or it wasn't a very healthy situation, and you felt the need to move away from it, to retreat from it, to get away from it, to reevaluate and to reassess with a view to giving it up. And maybe this person sees you doing that, or they know that that's possibly what's going on, and they don't want that to happen, because we've got the Six of Cups here, and the Six of Cups, like I say, is a beautiful energy of somebody who feels there is a very strong soul connection, and they don't want to let that go. So they definitely see you as somebody who's very valuable, also somebody who's very generous. I think you come across as a very generous person, not just with money and material things. I think you are very generous with money and material things, and they know that too. But also somebody who's just very generous with their time, very generous with their emotions normally. But I also get the sense, I don't know why, but I'm picking up on the sense that at the moment they're thinking that maybe at the minute you're maybe giving them crumbs in some way, or you're not giving them as much as what they think they should be getting. But I think it's because you're reevaluating and reassessing the situation. But they see you, going back to how they see you as a very dear person in their life, or a person that they don't want to lose, and they don't want to let go of, but they know that you've got lots of choices and options that you might be weighing up at the moment, and they dearly don't want that to happen. They want to remain in the connection. They want to keep hold of the connection. Definitely, for sure. They want to revive it. They want to renew it. They want to rejuvenate it. I think that's what's going on here. They want to bring it back into where the two of you are, in this lovely Six of Cups kind of energy, really. But anyway, that is how your person sees you, pile number 3. I hope you've enjoyed it. But let's see what the love message is. Let's see what this is. What does it say? It is safe for you to love. Okay. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Okay, so maybe if you are in separation from this person, and you have been, like I said, weighing up, evaluating, assessing, because maybe with the Devil card there were things in the relationship that just weren't right, that were, chaining you in some way, or limiting you in some way, or weren't treating you properly, and it was negative patterns of behaviour, and all of that, which is obviously something that you would need to step back from and reassess and evaluate. I totally get that, if that is what is actually happening for you. But maybe this card is saying, with this sense of rejuvenation, reinvigoration, healing in some way, that it is safe for you to think about this situation once again, and to open your heart to this person. But obviously, pile number 3, that is up to you. But all I can say, that they definitely see you as somebody that they want to remain connected to. They see you as having a very long history. They see you as being a beautiful soulmate, with a dear person that they love. They know you've got lots of things going for you. They're very attracted to you. They see you as a very tempting, physically, definitely. But it's really, this is something that's in separation, and that person comes towards you. Hopefully this reading has given you some insight into, how you might view that when it happens. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed your reading. If you had, please do press the subscribe button. Otherwise, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now.